Why grind harder when your platform could do the heavy lifting? Between Koyfin, TradingView, YCharts, and Tikr, one clearly stands out with elite level data and a customizable dashboard designed for serious investors. Let's crown the tool that makes winning effortless. So, before trusting any of these platforms, I wanted to know what other users were saying about them. And what did I do? I dug through their reviews, both glowing and brutal ones, because let's face it, if someone's angry enough to write a 1-star review, there's usually a story there worth hearing. Take Koyfin, for example. One user complained about the lack of a strong mobile app, saying that it was difficult to squeeze in all that dense financial information on a smaller screen. So honestly, that's a fair point. Koyfin does pack in a ton of data, but here's the thing. Koyfin's real strength is deep analysis, and most serious investors still prefer working on a desktop. But it could always be changed. And on the flip side, countless users seem to swear by Koyfin. One wealth manager said that it's the best solution he's found for creating portfolios, tracking positions, and answering clients' questions on the fly. Another investor praised the software for being intuitive yet powerful, making portfolio and household reporting effortless. That kind of endorsement carries weight when your job depends on reliable tools, right? Now, with TradingView, one reviewer was furious, calling it a greedy platform with non existent customer support. He said the charting was clean, but when it came to actual trading, the experience was terrible. I get the frustration. Bad customer support always leaves a bad taste, right? But here's the reality. TradingView is first and foremost a charting powerhouse, and that's why millions use it daily. For every one person who has a support nightmare, there are hundreds who never need to contact them or have positive experiences. One trader who's been using it for 9 years said that it's the best charting software of all time. He's never even needed support because everything just works. Another user called it the must have tool for serious trading, praising the premium plan as great value. So, yeah, that hardly sounds like a platform failing its users. Now, when we look at YCharts, the story shifts. I found a reviewer who was really upset about a data accuracy issue. He said the estimates chart was wrongly showing actual EPS and revenue beating estimates when they actually missed. For a premium priced platform, that would be a big deal. You're paying for precision. And while I also came across a user who praised YCharts' broad resources and responsive customer service, that accuracy concern is something investors can't ignore when real money is on the line. And Tikr, the feedback is that its powerful screener and deep financial metrics can be overwhelming for beginners. It's a common theme, incredible depth of global data, but it assumes you already know what you're looking for. But to be fair, early adopters of Tikr praise its global broad coverage. So, from a trust perspective, Koyfin and TradingView really seem to have built more consistent, reliable reputations with their users for the core things that matter: data and execution. So, after combing through all of those reviews and looking at all these different opinions, I wanted to see what these platforms actually offer. Because the features, not the marketing, and not even what other people say, really decide whether a tool becomes part of your daily workflow or just another tab you forget about. And for deep fundamental analysis, Koyfin is a powerhouse. Its historical graph tool is hands down one of the most flexible charting functions I've ever used. You can plot almost any financial series, build custom templates, or flip the view to a table. Whether you're comparing Apple to the S&P 500 or tracking a macro trend, it's all there in a clean, customizable format. But what really sets Koyfin apart are its corporate transcripts. With access to over 9,000 companies worldwide, going back to 2004, you get earnings calls, presentations, and management discussions that let you analyze not just the numbers, but the actual words and sentiments that the executives and the boards are feeling and using. Like, you can track the sentiment, you can catch the shifts in the tone, and even spot trends before they show up in financial results. For anyone serious about fundamentals, that's a game changer. Koyfin also nails relative performance charts, so instead of just seeing how a stock moves on its own, you can instantly compare it to benchmarks or peers. That context shows whether a stock is truly outperforming or simply moving with the market. Add in portfolio analysis tools, and you've got everything you need to track positions, identify leaders and laggards, and even group securities by household or strategy. It's like having a full analyst toolkit built into your dashboard. Now, if you're focused on more the technical side of things, like the charts, the entries, and the exits, that's where TradingView dominates. Its Pine script language gives you the power to create your own custom indicators and strategies. And the community there has built like over 150,000 scripts, and many of them are open source. So you could plug those right in and you can start using other people's scripts. It's really simple, and you get to connect with a lot of other community members. And I really also like the backtesting. It can provide a huge edge. Like I've run countless strategies manually to see what holds up and what doesn't. And TradingView really makes that process smooth. And then when you're like ready to go live, you're ready to go for it, you can then connect your broker directly and place trades right inside the platform. No juggling between apps, no missed entries. TradingView also keeps expanding its global reach, so there's more and more constantly. Like recently, they integrated options data from the Multi-Commodity Exchange of India, giving traders access to even more markets. Pair that with their custom watch lists, a built-in social feed called Minds, and a tool like the Crypto Screener, and you've got a platform that feels alive with information. And sure, YCharts has fans who love its depth of resources, and Tikr is great if you're laser focused on global equities. Those are more of its specialties, but neither gave me the mix of interactive charting, real time data, and community driven insights that Koyfin and TradingView deliver daily. So, are Koyfin and TradingView perfect? Well, they're not. With Koyfin, the initial setup can feel a bit much, linking accounts, customizing your dashboard, learning how to use all the tools. It takes like an hour or so just to start and maybe more time just to get it right. But honestly, that's like a one-time setup for a system that then runs smoothly, delivering insights daily. And for TradingView, the sheer number of features can be overwhelming for a complete beginner. It rewards curiosity though, like if you're willing to explore, you can unlock its full potential. For anyone serious about trading, that depth is perhaps exactly what you're paying for, right? And when it comes to cost, both Koyfin and TradingView offer incredible value for what you get, especially when you stack them up against the more expensive institutional pricings of platforms like YCharts. Koyfin has a very capable free plan, and its premium tiers are reasonably priced for the depth of data you receive. TradingView's premium plans, especially if you catch one of their frequent sales, offer phenomenal value for the charting power and community access. For the latest pricing details, the promos, or any of the available discounts, make sure to check the links in the description. We keep them updated so that you can always see the best offers available. At the end of the day, for pure charting, TradingView takes the crown. But for deep financial analysis and portfolio management that actually makes you a better investor, I think Koyfin is the clear choice for me. It's this all-in-one hub that fills the gaps that the other platforms kind of leave open. But you know what? Don't just take my word for it. Just check the links below to get started and see which one fits you best.